Good morning, ladies and gentlemen of the Bookit sports community and around the world. We've got another episode of TMA. It's a Book with Trent Tuesday. He's in the chair to my right. Josh is in the stew. And we've got 2 college basketball games on today that matter.
We fucking do.
There's a whole slew of NIT.
You know who's playing in the NIT today?
Don't bet on Providence.
North Texas.
Wow.
Big day for Providence basketball.
I already know where
biggest.
Josh's money is going to be today.
Yeah.
Wait,
Who are they even playing?
North. I have no idea. I literally just saw that they're
Do
in
we
the
even
NIT.
know who they're playing?
I don't.
I had a crazy morning this
I'm
morning.
definitely not going to watch that game.
I was just telling everyone. Supposed to have a tow truck pick up my car that got shattered by hail. Tow truck ended up not showing up. Was basically 45 minutes late. Called the tow truck company. The guy was like, "Hey, by the way, your tow truck's an hour away." And the car was supposed to be at a safe light by 9:30. Had to cancel the tow truck. Had to move my appointment to tomorrow. It is a mess.
Dude, I gotta
But
say,
we're here.
one of the scariest things I've ever been a part of is being in a car on the freeway during a hailstorm. And I shit you not, it was tennis ball size hail that I've experienced. But it didn't break the windshield
Wow.
like yours did. So I can't even fucking imagine how scary it was for you.
Dude, it was just so loud. That's all I
Yeah.
remember. It was just so loud. Like, now that it's over, I'm like, okay, I'm ready for this to be done. Like, just change my windows and, like, the insurance is paying for it. But, like, dude, it was, I cannot stress enough, so loud. And, like, things were shattering around me. It was so crazy.
Were you not frightened as fuck?
Dude, I was so scared.
Yeah.
I was driving, and the first one hit, and it was like, boom. I was like, oh, shit. That was bigger than the ones that have been dropping before. And then it was like, boom, boom, boom. And I was like, oh, shit. So I, like, pulled off the road near this, like, coffee shop. And then they got, like, bigger and bigger, like, every couple minutes. And then it was like my window went, and then everything started shattering. I was like, holy shit.
Yeah. Welcome to fucking Texas.
Yeah, I didn't even know that was a thing.
Yeah, in college, it was like you pay for a premium to be able to be in the garage. For
No
that
way.
Reason. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
I never thought about that.
Yeah.
And of course, my buddy, the day that it happened, sent me a photo of a tweet, and it was like, DFW area expecting large hail, like, make sure whatever. And there was a photo of a car with, like, a hail cover on it, and they look so funny. Like, it just looks like a turtle shell, like a big white bubble. And I, like, laughed at the photo, and I was like, that looks absurd. And then I got hit by the hail.
Yeah.
So this is like all time, like, just bad karma.
No, it's so gnarly, dude. I feel for you. That is a shitty fucking situation.
So gnarly. But we're here. And I will say, if anyone's ever questioned my commitment to this show, I've Ubered to the house. I've gotten rental cars to the house. I'm always here. And
So
I will always be here.
We rental car today, Uber yesterday.
Yeah.
Commitment.
Commitment. That's commitment. We're going to have to make t-shirts.
Yeah, got to hit a lay and pay for the hail.
Literally, yeah. Pay for the hail.
Yeah.
No, but there's 2 college basketball games on today that matter. I feel like we might as well just dive in.
Dude.
Unless something happened crazy last night. I didn't see anything. Do you want to talk about Justin Fields to the Steelers? Like, do you want to have an opinion on that? Like, I feel like we didn't really get to talk about it.
No, we really didn't.
You've officially moved on
Yeah.
from Justin Fields. You sent him to Pittsburgh,
Mhm.
which means you're drafting Caleb Williams. And I'm not going to lie. I actually got a TikTok last night that I wanted to send you, but I didn't know if it was going to make you upset or not. And it was like Justin Fields highlights to sad music. And I was kind of sad, and I'm not even a Bears fan.
Yeah.
I just feel bad. I feel like Bears fans wasted so much of their energy fighting for their guy.
Yes.
You know? Like, how many Bears fans you know that would just, like, literally fucking gargle on Fields
At least
for an
one.
hour?
At least one.
At least one.
We all know at least one.
At least one.
But
At
I
least
know
one.
I've got at least 5 that just gargle Fields
Yeah.
all year.
I mean, dude, I'm happy for him, honestly. Like, I didn't think that he was going to be our quarterback this next year for the last, like, 3 months. So they sent him to a spot where he has actually, like, a chance to play.
Maybe
for a
learn
long
under-
time.
Maybe learn under Russell Wilson.
Yeah, and Mike Tomlin's, like, the perfect coach for him, I feel like.
Yeah, and Mike Tomlin's
Like, he just
never had a
makes
mobile
guys
quarterback.
better. Yeah, he hasn't. I mean, Big Ben was
This is
mobile.
the video. I'm just going to let the people hear the audio. I almost shed a tear. It's just Justin Fields highlights. it's like I'll always be there. He's like Justin Fields, just like highlights. I was like, damn. And then literally 2 TikToks later, it was, if you're sad, Fields is gone. Watch some Caleb Williams highlights.
Yeah,
It's
I've watched
Caleb
that
Williams
video.
highlights. Like, I feel like there's 2 sects. I feel like there's 2 sides of Bears fandom. And obviously I'm not a part of it, so I wouldn't know. But I feel as though there is, just on social media, where there's people that are like, God damn it, we should have just actually trusted Fields and given him the weapons that we're drafting and we're trading for and giving him 2 years. And then there's another side that's like, we need to draft Caleb Williams. Like, if we didn't draft Caleb Williams, I'm all in on Caleb Williams. Like, he's going to be the truth. I feel like I would kind of fall on the field side. I feel like the NFL is like such a 1, 2 year, 3 year chance to have real success in the NFL. And I feel like the Bears kind of put together a team where a quarterback coming into his 3rd year with actual weapons that has proved he can win a big game or two, obviously makes mistakes, but has gotten better every year. Like, why not give him a chance to make a playoff?
I think the biggest problem with Justin Fields is that he's never proven that he can close out a game. Ever. He's done it one time against the Vikings last year, and it was like just one throw.
That was high.
That was it though. Like, he has one game-winning drive in his entire career, which is terrible.
But again,
and he's had plenty
with the
of
offenses
plenty
he's
of
had,
chances.
though. You know what I mean? Like, it's not like you've given him like now he's got if he stayed this year and sucked. I understand Ryan Poles probably loses his job because he had a chance to draft the number one quarterback, or Eberflus loses his job. You had the chance to draft the number one quarterback, probably prospect like ever, maybe.
Yeah.
So I get it, but it's also, I feel like he kind of could be the guy.
I mean, Justin Fields is just sick. That's why. Like,
but you're giving him DeAndre Swift, DJ Moore. Like, he has guys now that you're giving him.
But now I feel like we're in a situation where we're in a spot where drafting a rookie quarterback isn't like it's not like a downside. You know what I mean? Like, because we have all those players around him, around Caleb Williams now, where he'll be able to just like go to Keenan Allen on 3rd and 5. Like, he knows that he'll get open.
The only downside, I think,
where Justin Fields never had that.
I think the only downside is that you're getting rid of a guy that had experience in the NFL for someone that is going to be a fresh rookie. And that, like, you might be throwing away a year of Keenan Allen. You might be throwing away a year of DJ Moore and DeAndre Swift. You know what I mean?
See, but with the
growing pains.
Yeah, I've been saying this since day one. I think that Caleb Williams' floor is Justin Fields in year 3, like year 1. Like, I think that Caleb Williams will be better than Justin Fields was last year right away.
Is that just trying to be optimistic, or is that how you actually feel?
Justin Fields, I mean, obviously I rode for him, but like, he just was the most inconsistent passing quarterback besides Zach Wilson.
I don't disagree with that. I don't know. I think I would have stuck with Fields. Just as like a Jets fan, like, I feel like you have a chance with a guy that's finally getting his feet under him, finally some experience. You finally give him weapons and a great defense. He's making the playoffs. Like, I think
he would have made the playoffs. Yeah, probably. I agree.
But he never had that guy. When you're like, Caleb Williams knows he can go to Keenan Allen on 3rd and 5. Justin never had that guy.
I saw this. So Nick Wright was actually talking about this. I love him. I think that he's got good takes. But
let's go with the long black here.
Yeah. So say you're a 1-16 team, right? You're picking number 1 overall. You're drafting a quarterback, most likely, right?
Yeah.
Your expectation in the year after is to win 3 more games, 4 more games. Right?
Sure.
Probably around there with that new quarterback. Like, that's your expectation. The Bears were a 7-win team. If we get 3 more wins out of Caleb Williams, we're in the playoffs.
I think Caleb Williams is the exception. I think you're expecting, like, the way that this kid gets his meat gargled, I would be expecting a playoff run from this kid first year. I've never seen the press around a guy like this. I've never seen the gargling around a guy like this. Like, if I'm a Bears fan and he doesn't make the playoffs, I'm fucking pissed.
Yeah, someone said if Williams doesn't have a Stroud type year, you set your franchise back. I think that's so wrong.
No, I agree with that.
I think that CJ Stroud was in a much worse situation. Their team was the worst in the NFL the year before. He didn't really have weapons. Like, you could say
exactly. So if Caleb doesn't make, you're setting your guys back. You're setting your guys back.
But I'm saying Caleb doesn't have to do what CJ Stroud did for our team to be good. CJ Stroud had to do everything for their team for them to win games. Caleb Williams won't have to do that.
So then why even draft him? Justin Fields wouldn't have to do it either.
Because I think he'll be better than Justin Fields.
Wow.
Justin Fields averaged 166 yards per game throwing in his entire career.
Nobody.
It doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter.
With nobody, dude.
Dude, Zach Wilson averaged more than that with the same amount of weapons. Nobody.
That seems wrong.
There's no chance.
Less games.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, so the numbers.
He had 1 300-yard passing game in his career. 1.
I don't know if Zach ever
Fields?
100.
When?
This year, something. I think it was the Broncos game. I want to say he did it.
Oh, it might have been.
Yeah.
Yes.
But 1 his entire career. 300 yards. It's not even like that insane.
Didn't
That's
they
just
lose that game?
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that game.
Didn't they lose that game?
Dude, I just like can't. When I think Caleb Williams, I immediately think about Notre Dame, USC.
Yeah.
And how he acted and his demeanor in that game.
That's what I told him a million times. Like, dude, I would be so out on this kid if I went to one game and saw that.
But that was
one
but the
game.
problem is that you went to the one game that happened. It didn't happen
That's
again.
gonna happen. Like,
dude, he gave up.
That's gonna happen
No, it's
10
not.
plus times in the NFL.
No, it's not.
Yes, it will,
No, it's
Josh.
not.
He's gonna have
No, it's not.
multi-pick games. He's gonna
Dude,
have games where he can't throw the ball.
he
That is a
threw-
fact in the NFL.
He
It's
threw 9
different,
interceptions
dude.
in 2 years, and you just happen to see 3 of them.
And Josh, he's
Like,
about
that's-
to, he's about to play in the National Football League,
I
where it gets
understand.
harder than the Pac-12.
See,
Thank
I
God
don't-
he only threw 9 in
I think
3 years.
obviously
in
the
Pac-12.
defenses are better, but his weapons are way better in the NFL.
The defense are
He
better.
had-
Josh, it's not even the same fucking conversation.
I understand,
It's
but
Pac-12.
he also had Brendan Rice and Taj Washington. Like, those were his receivers, who are going to be bottom 4-round picks.
The year
like, pass
before
the
that,
ball
he
down.
had fucking what's his name?
Jordan Addison. He was really good,
Yeah.
and you would have sucked him off.
Didn't
too.
win the Pac-12 championship. Didn't make the college football playoff.
Yeah,
The
but
kid
just
doesn't
because,
win.
Just because you have
The kid
one
doesn't
player in your team
fucking
doesn't
win.
mean USC was a weak roster. That's a fact. Lincoln
He's a
Riley.
moose. I'm out on him.
Lincoln Riley doesn't have his guys yet. Give him 2 more years.
I feel like it almost makes a show
They're saying
better if
Taj
I'm already
Washington
on
is
it.
good. Yeah, no shit, he's good because of Caleb Williams.
Oh, we got-
you
we
wouldn't know who
got
Taj
Josh
Washington
fired
is
up.
if he wasn't on USC. I
This
know
is
that for
why
a fact.
I
We got
absolutely
Josh fired up.
respect and tip cap to Bears fans, bro. There's something.
No, you
else.
get in the trench, you got to start throwing hands for sure. Like that's just.
Yeah.
I feel like it makes the show better if I'm out on Caleb Williams. I'll be honest. If I'm in on Caleb Williams and you're in on Caleb Williams, it's not going to
I
be.
mean,
a good
obviously,
time.
I'm in on Caleb Williams.
I mean, I'm not going to come in here either. Like when he has like a bad game, be like, "See, this is why he sucked." But like, I just feel like, not that I know ball, hand up. Think I'm probably one of the lesser guys that knows ball. I would rather stick with Justin Fields. I feel like giving him an actual chance with the actual weapons. That's just where I'm at. Because as a Jets fan, the amount of rookie quarterbacks we've gone through, not that they're in Caleb Williams' sphere. If I had a guy for 3 years that finally was showing signs of like he can make a big play and we gave him weapons, I would just want to just buy into
But
that.
he never did that for real.
I know, but he had such cool highlights.
No, I know. That's the thing is like you see these play. He makes plays that nobody else can make,
you can
and it's
snap
like,
off a 60-yard
no,
run.
yeah, it is
That's
electric.
sick.
I know he's an electric player, but he's just so inconsistent.
Also, you
throwing the
guys
ball.
could have sent him somewhere way cooler. Pittsburgh.
Dude, he wanted to go to
sucks.
Pittsburgh. That's where he wanted to go.
That's a miss. I thought like Vegas would have been.
No, dude.
sick.
I guess that's like his favorite stadium to play in, and it's his best chance to start. Like Russ is gone in a year if he doesn't play like out of his mind.
I wonder if it's even like it's got to be a competition though. I don't think they're coming in being like Russ. You
I
got
think
the
so,
win
too.
Reigns.
I think so. Too.
It's hard for me to just like get the image out of my head that USC's down 30 and he has 3 picks and he's got the biggest smile on his face, laughing going into the locker room.
Laughing.
What do
in
you do in the
Notre
second
Dame,
half?
Where they
What do
can't
you do in the
even
second
drink
half?
beer.
No, what do you do in the
Shit,
second
bro. He just did a little sidearm.
He had like
Ricky.
3 touchdowns in the second half.
Dude, Josh, it was all checkdowns.
It was all checkdowns. It was insane.
was this?
And guess
then just like-
guess who can't throw a check down to save their life? Justin Fields.
I saw Shedeur Sanders throw a check down. I don't know if you saw that.
He
working
throws
out-
nice check downs.
He was working out with Cam Ward, the kid that's going to Miami now.
Yeah.
Dude, he it was the craziest thing I've ever seen. Like the speed at which
Comes out so quick. Yeah.
he did it, and then Cam Ward did it, and I was like, wow, like Shedeur Sanders actually might have the nicest check down in football.
That's
Like
a
his
kid-
footwork is different than Cam Ward. Like Cam Ward was like, oh, you've been working on that. Like he has a different form of throwing a check down.
Yeah.
Which I guess you got to have at Colorado because that line is
yeah.
moose.
Moose. Holy fuck.
Moose.
I want to talk about your Super Bowl fucking March Madness plays, bro. This
My
is your
Super Bowl.
This is your Super Bowl, bro.
Oh.
March Madness.
No, my Super Bowl is Debo. Which, by the way, I realized
Fuck that. No.
Still got the ticket.
No.
we got to put it on the
You got to
set.
throw that away, dude.
No, I got to put
That's
it
just
on
bad
the
juju.
You got to put on the set,
That's
dude.
gotta
That's
be
just an
on the wall.
iconic bet. I've never put a grand on anything straight before in my life. And Debo Samuel to score a touchdown is one of them.
Yeah, that's got to make the wall for
Yeah,
sure.
it's making
The wall of shit wagers. I've got a couple.
While I'm doing this, that's fine. Whatever. TCU didn't deserve to make the tournament. I just hope you know that.
I do.
And by the way, I don't know if you, and I'm not even advocating for Providence anymore at this point. Did you see Virginia only has 2 quad 1 wins? 2. And that's supposed to be the best stat.
How many do you have?
We have 5.
Wow.
I don't know how you didn't.
Seton
make
Hall, 5 wins over 500 in the Big East, not
They
making the
beat
tournament.
UConn.
Virginia, 2 quad 1 wins.
Yeah, that's crazy.
2.
That's crazy.
2.
I think that Seton
That
Hall is
shouldn't
more of an
even be-
argument. Yeah.
Like, how are they even in the conversation is my question. They got bounced out of the fucking ACC tournament. Like, why were they even in the conversation with 2 quad 1 wins?
Yeah, I don't know.
How did they make it? What was the metric that got them in? That stopped St. John's, Indiana State, Seton Hall. Providence, I don't even think should have made it at this point, the way that I'm looking at the field. Like, Texas shouldn't have been in. They don't have a lot of quad 1 wins. They have terrible losses at home. TCU shouldn't have made it. They have terrible wins. I don't think a lot of quad 1 wins, maybe 3. Like, Seton Hall, St. John's, Indiana State, like, they should be the 3 in.
Indiana State needed to be in. That's just.
But
they're
I
robbing America,
literally
like we
saw
said.
Virginia had 2 quad-on wins, and it made me angry.
Yeah, that is crazy.
Because like, what are we valuing then when Providence has to play UConn twice? You have Creighton twice. Like, what are we valuing then?
I don't know.
Sorry, not to go on a tangent, but
No, I don't know. I
I
really
wanna-
don't know.
I don't know how you want to break this down, but I'd love to hear your like Elite Eight.
it's dropping tomorrow.
Oh, you haven't dropped
Follow
it?
the socials.
You haven't
no,
dropped it.
it's dropping tomorrow. I will say this. I think there is. I think it's either going to be a Big East team or a Big 12 team that wins the national championship.
Really?
Yeah, that's what I came down to when I got to my national champion.
Do you have a team going far that you're able to speak on now that's a high seed?
I think Kentucky goes pretty far. I think I have them going very far. I think I have Alabama maybe going a bit too far. I was looking at my bracket last night, and I feel like we might have been just a little too high on Bama.
Yeah,
I still
I'm
have your
pretty-
bracket pulled up here.
My
I
only
don't know.
reason, though, Trent, well, we did a gut check bracket, and I
Yeah.
think I had who?
You have an 11 seed in the Final Four in here.
Yeah, who was
Oh,
it?
New Mexico.
Yeah, New
Oh,
Mexico.
the
I'm really high. I'm
Lobos.
really high in New Mexico.
I
But
love
they could lose
Lobos.
first round. I was looking at that matchup again. I'm obviously very high on them. That first round matchup is nice.
Did you see the stat on like an 11 seed versus 6 seed when they're like if the 11 seeds favored, they're 9-1 straight up.
Oh, okay.
Mm.
So I like that then. I
Yeah.
like our odds with that. I just think the only thing I will say, because I think I'm getting a lot of comments, one about Duquesne.
Mhm.
Yeah,
I'm very high on Duquesne.
same.
But I think a team that is going very far that I have in my bracket. Do you have what is my Elite Eight in the gut check?
The Elite 8 in
Because
the
my
gut
actual
check
bracket's a little different.
is UConn, Iowa State, Houston, Kentucky, Bama, New Mexico, and Creighton, McNeese.
Yeah, McNeese was kind of a shout. I think they might go on a run there. Here's what I'll say though: a team that's a high seed that I think I've going far that I'm nervous about are Kentucky and Alabama. And I think looking at it now, the teams that they play in the first round, I think you auto bet Kentucky and Alabama because they're playing 2 teams that want to play fast. They're playing Oakland and Charleston, and Josh and I were talking about it. To beat Kentucky and Alabama, you have to slow the game down both halves. Like Oakland's not going to be able to do that because Oakland wants to play fast. We took Oakland overs all year. Charleston's not going to want to do that. They're going to want to play fast. So if you play to Alabama and Kentucky's strengths, they're going to beat you very, very, very badly. But when it gets into the nitty gritty of those brackets, I think there's a couple teams that like could slow them down. And the problem is when they have to run to half court sets, they don't make shots. Like those 2 teams are one-on-ones. Like that's what they're doing. It's a high screen and doing isolation, like for anyone on the floor, which is hard to beat because you're like, okay, we have to be able to have an ISO for every single guy out there. But like now that I think about it, those are teams that you can actually probably beat pretty easily once you get deep into the bracket.
Do you know who's going to slow them down in the second round? St. Mary's. They're
I
going to
don't
slow
think
down
St. Mary's
Bama.
gets out of the first round.
So yeah. I have them in my finals. I
I
have them
have-
going so far.
I have Charleston beating Bama.
Really?
See, like that. My only thing with that matchup is Charleston plays fast. You're not going to outfast Bama. Like Bama will score 115 on them. So can Charleston score 116? Is like the question that for that.
True.
And the same thing with Oakland. When people are talking about, I saw one guy was DMing me about an Oakland upset over Kentucky. Those are the only 2 matchups that I'm actually really confident that those 2 win by like a large margin. Because if you play fast with them, you have to be able to score more than they score.
Yeah. Did you see the video of Rob Dillingham when they got their bid?
No,
Just
I don't think so.
locked in. Like everyone's celebrating. He's just sitting there straight faced. Like
Yeah, it's
so
gotta tell.
locked in.
No, he's like
he's having 40 for
he's in my
he's
I'm gonna have he was gonna be my favorite PP square. I was gonna announce it tomorrow. Like whatever his points are at for that first round matchup,
Dillingham.
if they have a
Yeah.
demon, like anything, any way you want it, that kid is going to bust on Oakland because they play fast. But I think when they get in the second round, like who do I have Kentucky playing in the second round?
Grand Canyon. Oh, Kentucky, sorry. Tech.
Yeah, see, that's a tough one, dude. Tech can slow you down.
I have that too.
And that's one where I think I auto-picked Kentucky, but looking back on it, that's one where I'm a little nervous about. Iowa State going far was just a product of I don't trust anyone that's playing against them, but I'm not high on Iowa State.
I'm not either, bro.
I have them losing in the second round to Washington State.
State.
Actually.
But they're just the same team.
Yeah,
Uh,
that's
Washington State
that's
and Iowa
why
State,
that's
like, their
why I think
build
that they
is
could
just
beat
the
them.
same.
Yeah.
I have them losing to
They're both
Drake.
shit, to be honest.
I could see them losing to Drake too. Like they're just a team that, like in the Big 12, watching and betting on them, like I never know when to trust them. They're when in their spots.
Mhm.
I have Utah State beating TCU in the first round.
A team that I'm weirdly high on is is Mississippi State.
I love them too.
I have them losing in the first
Yeah,
round.
he has them losing to Michigan
Really?
State.
And then I have Michigan State beating UNC. I will say this, though. Actually, I would love to hear your reasoning before I say mine.
I mean, I'm pretty lack of ball knowledge in college basketball, but what I just saw when they were playing Tennessee, I just saw a lot of grit, a lot of heart, and I loved it.
They play
Tennessee's
defense.
very soft, though. That's
Yeah,
what I'll
they
say
are.
about that.
They
They're
are.
extremely soft. My only thing with that, I literally don't have a matchup because I think they're the same team. Like the way that they would match up, they're literally the exact same team. Like Tyson Walker, Josh Hubbard, Tolu Smith, AJ Hoggard. Like the way that they match up, they're basically the same team. I'm just trusting Tom Izzo in March. That's it.
I mean,
Not that he's looked good in March, though. Like, it's not even a good, to be honest with you, it's not even a good reason.
Yeah.
And I agree with Josh. I think either team that gets out of that game beats UNC because I don't think UNC is going to be able to handle either of those. If Izzo gets hot in March, that's dangerous. And I don't think UNC matches up well against Tolu Smith.
No, not at all.
So I think either of those teams is going to beat UNC. It just depends who you want to pick. But that fucks your bracket up because whoever loses,
they go
that's
further,
technically you know what I mean?
They got 3 bigs from the rec.
But I would like to trust Tom Izzo in March. I just feel like these are the games where when everyone kind of writes off Michigan State and you get a hot team coming in, he just does what he's been so phenomenal at.
Yeah.
And just outclasses them. It's going to be a 2-half game, I hope. That's going to be a great game. But yeah, I'm on Michigan State for that one. How far do you have them going though?
I think the Elite 8.
So you have them beating
Final,
UNC?
or Elite 8, and they lose to Auburn in the Final 4.
Wow. So you
Yeah.
got them going to the Final Four.
Yeah.
But that's the thing though. Like they're one of those teams too where I think if they beat Michigan State, they'll go farther than Michigan State would go,
Yeah.
if that makes sense.
Yeah.
I think that's
Does that make sense what I'm saying?
I think that makes sense.
Like I think Michigan State could lose at the Sweet 16. I could see Mississippi State going on a deep run just with the way they're playing.
Talking about Auburn, I brought this up yesterday. Every single person I think at this company is high on Auburn except me.
Why are you not high on Auburn? You feel
I
like
don't
Yale might
know.
catch them. I don't know if
I
that's
think Yale
true.
is going to catch them in the first round.
No.
I think they're gonna.
You know who's getting caught first round? It's fucking Arizona.
Long Beach.
Dude, like I
They're
could
playing Long Beach,
so
right?
see it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I could
That would be
so
awesome.
see it, dude.
That would
Or
be awesome.
Western Kentucky Marquette.
I saw you talking about that yesterday on Sweats. You
Well,
had
you- I
Western.
gotta see
You
if-
had Western Kentucky winning like 3 games at one point. And you're like,
yeah.
I got to see if Tyler Kolek is going to be back. Is he going to be back in time for that?
I'm not. I don't know if they've announced it yet.
Because if he doesn't play, dude, Western Kentucky could for sure catch Marquette out.
No, for sure.
And I think Sanford could catch Kansas out. It's a 7-point spread. That's what, like Kansas' 2 best players are out. But dude,
Are they still out?
I don't know. It's a
I think
7-point
that they're
spread last
coming.
time I
I
checked.
think they're coming back.
I feel like if they were back,
They'd be
that
bigger, you
spread would
think?
reflect it.
Why do
Sanford
I-
does score a bunch though.
Why do I feel like whoever is playing Texas is going to be favored?
Because Texas shouldn't even fucking be there. That's why. I think if it's Boise State, Texas will be an underdog. Colorado, I don't think they'll be the favorite.
They're not winning.
Texas?
Texas.
No, I don't think so.
They're
either.
not winning that
I don't think
game.
they're good. Well, the problem is though, they might win that first round matchup, but then who would they have? Who do we have them
They would
having?
play. Well, you have St. Peter's upsetting Tennessee, so they'd be playing St. Peter's, but it's Tennessee. They'd most likely be playing.
So yeah, if
Tennessee.
they're playing Tennessee, like they don't match up well against Tennessee. Like who's gonna stop Dalton on Texas, dude? Like,
Nobody.
come on.
Who's gonna stop them on any team?
That's true. But I think my PP entry is going to be Zakai Ziegler, PRA, and Rob Dillingham points. That might print in the first round.
What about
the point guard on Tennessee?
What's the point guard on Bama's name? Sears.
Sears and then Estrada? But
Take-
Estrada's kind of the sneak green one.
Really?
Yeah.
I feel like Sears and Dillingham both just
Could be
bust.
a
Yeah.
mega, dude. The way those two score the ball, holy crap. All right, do you want to talk about the games today?
Sure.
We got 2 games on today. I know what side I'm going to be on. I think you can guess, Josh. I don't know why
The
I like
first game?
making Josh guess, but I feel like you could guess what I'm on for both.
I think that you'd be on. I mean, you better be on Wagner.
Dude, I feel like it's
You on Howard, dude. Wagner
So
just is
again,
wagon. I
I
feel like you
know.
just got to ride him in the tournament.
I know, and this is where I feel like plus 3.5 is a great bet though for Wagner. But I will say this: I feel like when I bet these mid majors, I don't know if it's dumb, but it's something I've done for 3 years, and it seems to work out every time I bet on mid majors. Is looking at the roster pedigree, and when I say roster pedigree, with this transfer portal environment now,
Mhm.
you're getting guys that aren't at this mid-major for 3 years. You're getting guys from Power 5, Power 6 programs that are now playing there. And I think that brings a different pedigree. Like you've seen the locker room of a Power 5, you've played against competition of a Power 5, and now you bring it into a mid-major, right? And it doesn't work the opposite way, though. Like Max Obmas being on Texas, making the jump from Oral Roberts, averaging almost 30 points a game, and now averaging like 15. Like clearly the jump is different from down to up, right? Howard's pedigree is crazy. They got guys from almost every Power 5.
Yeah, but
Ohio State. I know, but Bryce Harris is really good. I'm taking his points today for Howard. He's really good. And then it's Colorado State. Like Virginia shouldn't fucking be here. Like, why are they even here? Why are they even here?
The 1 seeds are who?
Purdue, UConn, Houston, and UNC.
UNC, yeah.
I think it was Javon asked me, what's the first thing you're doing once you get to Vegas? I think it's parlaying all the 1s and 2 seeds together.
Money lines?
Spreads or money lines?
Money lines.
Oh my God.
Those are best.
That's literally when Arizona loses, and I can see it now, dude. Because you're calling it, and then you make that parlay, Arizona loses for sure.
I mean, it has to be done. It will be placed.
You're actually going to do that.
Yeah.
So then Arizona, Tennessee,
I'm trying to figure out
Marquette, and Iowa State.
I'm trying to figure out what the odds
Marquette
are.
could take your soul. It's funny that when you say it like that and you say, I'm making a parlay with these, I could now see Marquette losing. I could see Iowa State losing. I could see Arizona
Someone's losing.
losing.
It's not going to hit, but for the sake of the...
Do you think any of the 1 seeds are going to lose?
No. No shot.
You don't think so?
No. How many times that happened? Once?
Twice.
UMBC and Virginia?
Last year?
Yeah, last year Purdue lost.
FTU.
FTU, yeah. That was the second time.
Wow, I forgot about that.
By the way, they might have a tough matchup if Montana State gets through.
I know. We're taking Montana State if they get through.
For sure. It's not even a question, dude. Which, by the way, their spread is out.
They play tomorrow.
Why don't you go ahead and give me Montana State -3.5 in the money line any way you want it?
They're -4 now.
Any way you want it. Any way you want it.
Wait, so there's
Any way you want
two
it.
games today, 2 play-ins. It's Montana State.
No, today's Wagner, Howard, Colorado State, Virginia.
Oh.
And I think if you go Colorado State moneyline, Howard moneyline, that might print.
Yeah, I think so too.
Is that a bozo pack?
No, I don't think that. I think Wagner wins.
I think you think Wagner wins.
I think Wagner wins. How do you not take? You have to take Wagner today, right, Trent?
Oh yeah, that's
feel like
my
you're
wag.
forced, yeah.
Is it actually your wag?
I mean,
It
not
is.
really. I had 1 POD on him and it smacked.
I just love this Howard team, dude. But again, you look at Wagner, like they're kind of cruising now.
Didn't you bet on them though because you like watched a game the week before? They're playing the same team.
Yeah, and they lost.
And they were favored in the next game.
No, I forget what it was. They were +6.5 and they won outright.
I think they got like blown out the other game.
Yeah.
And then they were like they might have lost by like 20.
Yeah.
And they were +6 the next game.
It was
I'm
just
just
so
confused how Virginia's here. Like they lost in the first round of their tournament. Like, what are they doing here? Why am I even having to bet on them?
Chat, you're telling me that 8-leg parlay is -350? Please tell me it's closer to even money.
I can probably do it right now.
I can't
I can give you a real answer.
because there's 2 or 3 of the games don't have money line options.
Oh my God, be careful, Colorado State. Their starting 5 are all seniors. They might beat up on Virginia.
Yeah, North
and then they
Carolina.
might beat up on Texas.
It's
They don't have money lines because they don't know.
They don't know who's playing.
Dude, that's weird though. They have both games on here. Like
I
they
know,
have
yeah.
North Carolina Howard and North Carolina Wagner. on
Yeah.
here with the spreads.
They normally will do that.
With the spreads though, that's weird.
Yeah.
I've never seen that.
They'll do that in football too.
-500 without
Mhm.
the other 2 money lines. Fuck.
Yes, I mean it's me.
We might have to-
400.
We might have to add the 3 seeds in this bit.
Yeah, nobody
That-
gets knocked off.
All right, then that's just like not hitting. You had that many seeds.
I think Colorado State might be a mega max. I'm not even kidding. 5 seniors going up against Virginia and a
down.
Mountain West team. Like,
I like
dude,
that.
I'm down.
I feel like it's Colorado State today by a lot.
I like them.
Take the money line though. 2 is weird. But why is Howard more favored against Wagner than they are against Virginia? That's weird to me.
I don't know. I feel like
Even though it's only
Virginia
a point.
Virginia just gets respect because of their name, I feel like.
Let's just not do that parlay. Yeah, okay.
Ish.
Your 3-team dream powered by Flea. What is it?
For pick,
Yeah.
it is Nebraska money line. It is Alabama -9.5.
Yeah.
And it is, I think,
Whoever plays A&M.
No, Nebraska plays
Oh.
A&M. And who was it?
Is it New Mexico? Yeah.
Might have been New Mexico.
I think it was the Lobes.
I think it was the Lobes.
Yeah.
I think it was the Lobes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was the Lobes.
And those are Friday games.
Friday games. It's
Dude.
Alabama -9, Nebraska money line, New Mexico money line.
Someone just said Wagner only has 7 guys available.
I seriously think it's Howard, Colorado State.
that's
as
true,
dumb as
then
that
thing.
sounds.
I don't know how you take that.
You only need 5.
As
That's
dumb,
true.
If you could find a tweet that says Wagner only has 7 guys available and make a TikTok with the green scene that goes, "We only need 5," I would actually cry laughing at that.
They've had 7. Javon said they've had 7 guys available for the whole season. So
That's just 7 guys who fucking want it.
I was about to say that could be a great 30 for 30 if they win this game and go like a little deep in the tournament. All you need is 5.
they knock off UConn.
What if I told you all you needed was 5?
Was it you that had Furman last year?
Yeah.
You had a money line?
Against
Virginia.
Yeah.
And I was in quail.
everyone faded me.
I was in quail.
And I didn't even take the points with Furman. I was like, it's Furman money line. Like Virginia shouldn't even be here. And then that 3 was electric.
Electric.
Shelly was the only one that tailed me.
I
Everyone across
was
the table
with
at
you.
Virginia.
I tailed you.
I
I think
had
Fruity tailed you too. I think Fruity was on him too. But we
Maybe,
weren't in
yeah.
the video yet. I was taking the video for you.
No, yeah, that might have been the most. That's the most classic foursome of tailing a bet of all time. Me, Fruity, Josh, and Chelly. That just like reeks of like.
I forget the bozo.
Well,
pack
you're
now.
all over Virginia minus 200.
minus 200. It was minus 450. I think.
Yeah, like of course it was.
It was a dog meat wager.
I'm gonna take Howard today. I'm sorry.
Okay, that's fine.
I really like this Howard team. I bet on them a bunch this year. They've definitely let me down in spots as big as this. I really like Bryce Harris. I think his name is Seth Towns too. He's like a stretch 4. He's also really good. I don't know if Wagner's going to match up very well against him. And then Colorado State is just a mega max. 5 seniors in the starting 5 that are all their best 5 going against Virginia. Like this is just a Mountain West team that should beat the brakes off of a bad ACC team. We watched this Virginia team lose by 40 to Virginia Tech.
Yes, we did.
Virginia Tech might be one of the worst teams in the country.
I totally forgot
in
about
the
that
NIT
game.
though. Shout out.
Dude, I feel like we could all agree maybe on this that the Wagner Howard game is soaring under
Yeah.
129.
That reeks of a 129 is a
That game's going to be
disgusting
50
over-under.
to 46 either way. They aren't even touching 100.
All right, should we just like go through the NIT really quickly?
Sure.
People forget that the Frogs are NIT champs one time.
Wow.
Yeah, in
People
my-
do forget.
Like,
In
what was that, 4
college,
years ago?
It was when I was in college. It was
People
kinda-
forget that NIT banner hanging strong. North Texas playing LSU, Josh,
They are.
and they're plus 2.5 going into Baton Rouge.
You take them.
UNT plus 2.5.
Yeah.
Definitely take Boston College plus 3.5. I don't think Devin Carter's playing for Providence. I think Kim English is talking about holding him out because he's got league dreams. So why the hell would he play? We can get Xavier at a pick him against Georgia. So here's my thing with the NIT.
Don't you think it's fucked up that there's teams that refuse to play in the NIT?
No, I wish Providence did. Why the fuck are we playing? We deserve to
I
be
think
in
that's
March.
I think that's so lame.
Yeah, I think if
I think
Seton Hall, I think if St. John's, I think St. John's did hold out. I think if Seton Hall held out, I wouldn't be mad at all. You deserve to be in March. Why the fuck am I playing in the National Invitational Tournament?
Fucking Desmond Bain was cooking on the NIT.
Yeah, because TCU's a moose shit basketball school. You guys are a historic NIT team.
I
I
don't
feel
know,
like there's
just-
no point if you're like, if you got hoed, like if you're supposed to be
Like
in
Seton
March.
Hall should be in March.
I feel like I
I would
wanna
not
play
be
in
mad
that.
at all if he was like, we're not fucking playing. We deserve to be dancing.
I personally think that the NIT should just be all mid-major schools.
Yeah, that'd be
That
sick.
would be electric.
That would be sick. I would love
Because like
that.
none of these schools give a fuck. Like Ohio State doesn't give a fuck.
Yeah.
LSU doesn't give a fuck. Georgia, Iowa.
I
Like,
tell you what, though, I want to take Xavier money line. I want to take Minnesota plus 4.5. Let's go out with them covering. They
Mhm.
covered every year, all year for us. I wouldn't mind. That's probably it. That's just a moose slate. Like I'm not betting on Providence. I'm done. I refuse to bet on my school in the NIT. Like that is just the lowest I could go.
That's pretty low.
That's so
That's
low.
pretty low.
If I was like, you take the Friars State against Boston
Yeah.
College in the NIT.
You should make a like super serious fucking sell job TikTok video, selling the shit out of it.
But it would be, I think it's Boston College. Like we're not playing Devin Carter. So like if I was betting, like you're getting 3 points at Boston College, who's playing so hot against a Providence team that's doing this.
Yeah.
UNT plus 2.5, Xavier money line,
Dude, like,
Xavier
and
might be a-
Minnesota plus 4.5 is the NIT.
Xavier
slate.
might be a whale.
I agree.
It
Georgia's
might be.
milk.
They almost lost to us. They should have lost to us.
If you could get-
that's the the gauge on if you fade a team.
The meter.
Yeah.
As
if
the
you-
SEC
Yeah,
meter.
exactly. If you're in a game with Mizzou, you lose any other game out of conference, essentially. I mean, it's true.
Why are you taking Xavier? Oh, so we have this gauge. Where it's if you were competing against Mizzou in any game, you pretty much lose every other game. And Georgia falls right here at the losing every other game.
Dude, I'm getting weird gut calls about Stetson. Dude, it's just
because it's the first game on the slate. Like, so you're seeing it every time you open
every
up the book.
year, every single year, we like act like crazy shit's not gonna fucking happen, and then we get to Vegas, and the most absurd shit that no one even fucking considered happens.
But it's also UConn.
Yeah.
Have you watched UConn
No, they're
play this year?
fucking good as shit.
I had to watch them play Providence twice, and it was painful how good they are. Like, they're gonna dismantle a Stetson.
Javon said UConn scores 110 minimum.
Yeah, Tristan Newton might have 50 himself. Now you're just trying to now we're just botting.
I know, but just like there's something that's gonna happen.
No,
I'm
for
telling
sure.
you.
I'll tell you
For
what,
sure.
you made my gut feel weird with Long Beach. I could see Arizona losing. In the first
I'm
round.
so out on Arizona.
They're another one though. Like, I think we need to remember with NFL as well, Lamar and the Ravens. Like, we just need to commit to teams that always sell in March and not trusting them.
Literally.
Arizona, Virginia. Let me think of some other ones. Honestly, Michigan State of late. I don't know why I'm trusting them again. Texas.
The only reason I didn't
Creighton,
put
honestly.
No,
You're taking them,
no,
but yeah, they do always fold.
No.
They do
no.
always fold.
only reason I don't
Marquette, they never go far. They never go far.
only reason I don't have Long Beach winning in my brackets because Chelly took them.
Alabama, they commit. They always sell.
Yeah.
Wisconsin, any Big Ten team. Honestly, any Big Ten team.
Yeah.
Like,
Purdue,
don't trust them.
Purdue might fuck around and lose. Who are they playing first round?
Dude, they might.
They play
It
winner
might
of
be-
Montana State Grambling.
If it's Montana.
Dude, Grambling money line. I'm sorry, you're on
Montana State. Money
Like, what are we doing here?
Dude, the Packers ML.
Oh, what?
Their
Their
logo's the
fucking-
G.
Oh, again. The Pack take down Purdue. But again, it's like, yeah, Purdue, another historic team that doesn't win big games. Like, why would we trust these teams? Like, I think Long Beach State, I actually love that now, even though I have Arizona going pretty far. Duke, I have no faith in. I could see Duke losing to Vermont with ease. Honestly.
Yeah.
With ease. With ease. And who would they
obviously-
play after Vermont?
JMU, Wisconsin.
Yeah, they're losing that game either way.
I mean, obviously, Auburn's losing first round.
That literally couldn't be more obvious.
Well, I think everyone.
Like based on what I've heard in this house,
Every single person.
I didn't
is on
even know
Auburn.
Juwan and Krabs had them winning.
Yeah, they don't win at all.
That literally could not be more obvious. Yeah, it was like plus 25 and a half. Literally could not be more obvious.
What
I
is
think-
that spread?
I think the whole house, everyone should go into
13.
the game with one big upset. Yours is Yale.
Yeah.
What would yours be?
Fuck, dude. I mean,
Dude, I think Long Beach State's a
Long
fucking
Beach
good one.
State or
But you also
Stetson.
just said you got a weird feeling about Stetson.
I hate Arizona with a passion.
I feel like McNeese is one that a lot of people agree on.
Dude, I'm starting to think that Gonzaga
Yeah.
is gonna beat their shit.
Yeah, dude, Juwan's got way too much McNeese.
No, but it's not just
Gargle.
Javon, dude. I'm opening my TikTok and it's like
Everyone,
TikToks that have 25,000 likes, and it's like the top sleepers in March
Yeah,
Madness, the
and it's-
top bracket busted, and I've never seen their faces before in my life. And always they save the last one, obviously best for last. Like the number one that you're gonna want to watch out for is McNeese. And I'm
McNessie.
I'm starting to just want to be like, dude, I might drop a whale on Gonzaga.
Dude, wasn't there a kid that used to come on stream that was like a trainer at McNeese? Remember that? Like the coach got fired.
Yes, I remember.
I wonder if that kid can come back on and give us some spew us some knowledge on
Shelly
McNeese.
literally, with a straight face, looked at me and said he's taking McNessie.
No,
I literally walked away.
no,
Yeah, with the straight face, McNessie ML.
no.
Yeah, I know he hears this right now too.
McNessie,
Yeah.
dude.
That's so funny.
With
I
all
think
that hype-
the one thing that we robbed the people of daily from now that we don't do the pod is like how little of ball Chelly knows.
Dude, Chelly knows literally zero ball.
but only when it comes to like pronunciations and like big key
Yeah.
figures.
But then he knows like fucking Tony Kemp on the Oakland A's. It's like, how do you know that? But you know,
Well, his hockey knowledge is like locked in other than Barry Melrose, which we won't talk about ever again. But
that was bad.
That was crazy.
But when it comes to just like McNeese, that's nuts.
Claims he's a shell god and goes, "Who's Barry Melrose?" The one fucking guy that you should know.
Literally
were
the
growing
one
up.
guy. Yeah.
There's
When we were
one-
growing
yeah.
up on SportsCenter, it was Barry with the white hair and the slick back look.
Yeah.
God, what is he up to? Is he still working at ESPN?
No, I think he's sick,
Yeah.
He's sick.
or he retired because he was.
He
like-
retired because he was sick.
Yeah.
No, dude.
Yeah.
Is that why we were talking about him?
Does Lauren know who that is? Dude, if Lauren knows who that is,
Barry
that's
Melrose?
it. Not, no, I mean that's not. I'm not chirping Lauren, but like, how the fuck does Lauren know that and not the shell god?
I don't know who I want my upset to be.
I got Duquesne. I like Duquesne.
Oh,
But
Are we
Well,
so we're
I'm
talking
already
about
on
upsets
Duquesne.
on spread or upsets on
I'm
seeds?
talking about like C, like
Like-
a 1 and a 2
like a
losing.
Princeton outright.
Like I already have.
I mean, obviously, New
Duquesne- I already have
Mexico is, like-
Duquesne, JMU. I put McNeese in my bracket, but I might have to bet.
What was
Gonzaga.
Princeton's seed?
That's the
was
reason
it-
why I had
They
to wear the dress, dude. They were in
were-
11.
No.
They were 11?
Yeah, I think they were in
I'm pretty
11 because they
sure.
played us in the second round and beat us.
Yeah, remember?
Oh yeah.
And that was for the dress.
Yeah. Yeah, if any.
Wait,
yeah.
what was the bet?
No, it was
Yeah,
like
I'm
any
an
12
11s.
seed or higher. I think it was like 12 seed or higher goes,
Won't make the Sweet 16.
yeah, to the Sweet
And I
16.
said no shot. And
Wow.
it was only there was no other chance other than Princeton, and Princeton made it because they beat us.
Because they beat us, yeah.
Yes.
When they had like Kobe Brown and all those guys.
we should run that back.
No, dude, I'm never
I
doing
feel
that
like-
again. That was the
I feel
worst
like
bet of all time.
a sneak team that can win, that everyone just clicking Baylor to win. I feel like Colgate could give them a game. I feel like everyone just
Dude, Colgate.
they see that game and it's like, oh, Baylor.
I think South Dakota State too could beat Iowa State. I'm
You're-
just so not high on Iowa State, dude.
I can parlay all the women's and men's ones and twos.
You could do that.
That
I mean, the women's ones and twos are auto. They're not losing. They
Really?
never lose. Dude, the
Really?
1 seeds in women's basketball just destroy the 16 seeds.
Hey, whoever said that could be a move.
dude, I think mine might be if Montana State makes it, it's gonna be Montana State. But dude, I wouldn't mind putting Sanford money line in against Kansas. 13 to beat a 4.
I don't hate that.
I'm gonna take the points when we're in Vegas for sure, but
Yeah.
that could be an upset that I love. Sanford beats Kansas. I feel like that's one that if you have no idea what's going on in college basketball, you're just clicking them all the way through.
You can't take that bet again, Mike, because you would have McNeese and Sanford playing each other, and they're both higher than 12 seeds. So
No, I'm not doing that bet. I also think like Vermont could beat Duke in the first round. That's a
Mhm.
13 beating
Yeah.
a 4. I could see Long Beach State beating Arizona. Now the trend talked about it's a 15 beating a 2. Colgate beating Baylor, 14 beating a 3. Charleston could beat Alabama if
Yeah.
Bama's not shooting well. Oakland could beat Kentucky. Like I think this tournament's going to be fucked. I don't think you can make a bracket that looks wrong.
This tournament's gonna be fucked.
Like actually fucked.
it's gonna be so fun though. I
So
cannot
much
wait.
fun.
I'm actually excited. Usually I'm like not excited about it. I'm excited this year.
Do you have any NBA plays for today?
Fuck no, dude. I'll talk about it real quick. I've been thinking about the goat whale. I had to lock it in.
Oh, I saw you announce that. Sorry,
It's-
we're running a little bit over, but do
yeah.
you want to talk about that for a
The
second?
Dodgers play at 5 a.m. tomorrow, so it had to get locked in tonight or today.
Wait, baseball
Starts tomorrow,
Like
yes.
regular season.
Yes.
Is it in America?
No.
Who's even playing on the Mets this year?
It's in Japan.
Who's on the Mets?
Alonzo.
Still?
Yeah.
Lindor?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ah, we're good. We're good.
Goat whale real quick. Bobby Witt bat and lead off. And then you got Fredward J. Freeman, both over hits. Vladimir Guerrero, bounce back year, over hits, more than hits. And then we got 2 gags, no pitchers.
I know. I voted that you should have pitchers, and I'm a little upset when I. saw
I'm
this
upset
lineup.
too. I'm really bummed. I really thought about Strider. 250 strikeouts is fucking insane, but he's probably gonna get 300. But I just couldn't marry a pitcher this year. And once Snell signed to the Giants, I was like, yeah, all right, fuck a pitcher, bro.
What a weird spot.
What a weird spot. What a weird contract.
Thank God
But
he didn't go to the Angels though.
he got his fucking bag. Shout out Blake Snell. But we got Jordan.
I saw
Gags.
that.
I mean,
Can't
just
go wrong.
Can't go wrong. And you got Devers Hogs. Donkey.
Just classic 5 guys you want to go to war with.
exactly.
I will say though, the only thing that got me excited to place an MLB goat whale last year. I don't think I'm going to do one this year because I just don't know anything about baseball. I would just be clicking buttons. Was the pitcher. You were like, dude, there's nothing better than when it's your pitcher's day and you throw on his jersey and you get to watch him on the bump. You're not having a pitcher in, like, you're kind of a coward for that. Like, actually a coward.
I agree. But
also, no Shohei.
yeah,
You're a guy because of the Dodgers and you didn't put him in.
I couldn't ride him again.
There was a couple moves you made I was questioning.
I really sat back and thought about injuries and the potential to fuck up the goat whale. And anybody with an injury history, I just wasn't down for, except for Jordan.
I was about to say, is Jordan always hurt?
You were
But
going
Jordan,
to the IR.
but Jordan, dude,
30 injuries in the last
bro, you
2
go look at his
years.
injury report. It's actually fucking nuts. And then you go look at Freddie Freeman over his like 8-year career. Head cold, illness. Those are his 2 injuries. Fucking crazy. Jordan's like finger, neck,
Yeah, dude,
back,
it's actually-
pussy, crack.
Here, Mike, come look at this.
Lick.
I'll present it right now. It is so damn funny.
Who, Jordan's injury
Yeah.
chart?
Yeah.
Is it up right now?
Yeah.
It's pretty bad, bro.
This is all in the last 2 years.
Yeah.
2-year window?
All
And
the
please go look
this
at
and that.
Freddie.
Dude.
Go look at Freddie real quick.
But I will say, though, there's nothing better than when you tune into the Astros game and it's like 0-0,
And
6th
just-
inning, and Jordan just fucking pisses
On it, bro. But yeah, real quick, go to Freddie.
There's
I got
Freddie, yeah. Oh, yeah.
illness,
And then we'll
head
get outta
cold, elbow.
Yeah.
So funny.
And the other 2 were 19. They were
Yeah.
5 years.
Yeah.
That's nuts.
That is
dude.
nutty, dude. That's
All right, well, that's good. Stay away from the IR other than Jordan and, watch Devers strike out 4 times a game.
yeah.
He
But
loves doing that
he'll hit one of Mars soon.
with a
Yeah, with the fattest hog in his mouth.
like he can't even have gums down there anymore. Like it's just teeth.
Bro, his dentist, his insurance has got to be fucking.
His tooth insurance has got to be through the roof. His deductible has got to be insane. I mean, his dentist is probably like, Raph. He probably walks in with it in. The dentist probably has to take it out.
Raph, I thought we talked about Zins, bro. I thought we were weeding off the fucking long cut.
Raph, there's a thing called Zins, man. We've talked about it. You can even get the Russian kind that are 50 milligrams.
I haven't
Let's
even
get
touched
off
your
the
gums yet. They're
sauce.
already bleeding.
All you did was say hello. There's blood coming out of your mouth, Raph. No, he'll hit some dongs with a dong in. All right. Well, sorry we ran over a little bit. You stay right there. We got BTL coming up right next. We end every show with a little inspiration, a little motivation. It is Howard today. It is Colorado State today. You already know what it is tomorrow. Sneak preview, the Montana State Wagon. You know what to do. All right. As always, take one step forward for me every day. I know how hard it is, but every day you do it, it gets a little bit easier. Just put one foot in front of the other. And I'm not asking you to jog. I'm not asking you to sprint. Just take one step forward today in your personal life, in your professional life, whatever it is, spiritual life, one step forward for me. Good morning, good afternoon, and good night for the morning after. We'll be here tomorrow morning. We won't be here for the rest of the week after that, but you stay right here. We got BTL coming up now.